some kind of lessons?
No, no lessons. Because first of all, the way I make a film, it's very intuitive, and maybe it's not even right to do it the way I do. It's good that I do it because it's kind of my trademark. But I wouldn't recommend this to everybody else. Also, again, it would be boring if all the films would look like this. I mean, what could I say? Stay stubborn, have a vision and follow this vision. That's the most important. No matter how the film should look like in the end, like a film of mine or like on the complete other end of the line. The thing is to have the vision first, and then really not to make compromises.
So actually, you are giving the lesson. You are saying, be yourself.
Yes, you could sum it up like this: be yourself. But that's the lesson for the whole life. I mean, not only for filmmaking.
Yes, and so on.
Well, you know, it's a very democratic process. Still, for me, it's sometimes really hard to watch those films that do not very much reflect on the way how they were made and where photography does only play a very minor role. But on the other hand, some topics can just be covered very much easier with these small items and by people who are involved in matters and who are not necessarily trained cameramen. So I think for the work I do it's absolutely right to really work with a big camera, with the staged photography, all this kind of stuff. But it's a niche. And there are so many different ways of filmmaking, and they all have a right to exist if it's just appropriate for the subject. And then also, I mean, the gap is becoming bigger. I think you have the really the high-end films like I'm trying to make, and you have lots of very small films that don't have the budget and that have other qualities. And in some way, I think it would just be boring if either of them would not exist. So the more extreme ends you have on the line, the more you have to choose in between. I'm not sure whether I have a role in the Austrian society, but in general, the media have a big role in society, and I have my role within the media. I wouldn't reduce it to the Austria, but yes, I think if we would not at least have the hope that those films are not just for nothing, we wouldn't make them.
But there are a lot of filmmakers who are making their film for their own problems.
Yeah, but even those films, even if you work on your own problems and work on them by making a film, you would probably meet some other people with the same problems, and the film would help. No, I really think that a film always finds its audience, especially because there are so many films around, and there are so many people around, and so many ways of distribution by now. It always brings people together.
Yeah.
But we are not going to save the world with this.
Yeah.